Doctor reveals, avoid this one. Critical vitamin mistake that kills morning erections. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed the mornings just don't feel the same anymore? It isn't just about the man you see in the mirror, it's that feeling, deep inside, that the get up and go you've had your entire life is starting to fade. And it is so easy to blame it on age, to just say, well, I'm over 60 now, this is just how it is. But what if I told you it might not be about the number of years at all? What if a simple silent deficiency is quietly robbing you of your physical horsepower? This is not just a theory. A landmark study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism confirmed a direct, powerful link. They found that low levels of one specific nutrient were directly tied to decreased testosterone and a measurable loss of muscle strength in men over 50. This reminds me so much of my patient, Frank. A 68-year-old grandfather. He walked into my clinic and he was terrified, absolutely terrified that he wouldn't be strong enough to lift his grandkids anymore. He told me he felt weak, that his mornings felt lifeless, and that he truly believed his best days were behind him. I'm Dr. Audrey Wells. For over 25 years, I've worked with men just like Frank, and in the next few minutes, I am going to reveal the one sunshine vitamin he was missing. More importantly, I'll explain why taking it the common way is a complete waste of your money, and the simple, 1-minute change he made that helped him regain his vitality. You are going to want to hear this. All right, so we've talked about that feeling, that sense that the internal engine just isn't firing on all cylinders the way it used to. We've established that it is not, and I repeat, not just a number on a calendar. It is a signal, a message from your body asking for the right raw materials. Now, we get to the heart of the matter. We are going to build the foundation for reclaiming that vitality, that physical horsepower. And the foundation we're rebuilding today is built on one single powerful nutrient, vitamin D. Now, I know what many of you are probably thinking. Vitamin D, isn't that for bone health? For helping your body absorb calcium? You are absolutely right. That's what we were all taught, and it is critically important for that. But for men, especially men over 50, thinking of vitamin D as just a bone vitamin is like thinking of a car engine as just a piece of metal that holds your cup of coffee. You are missing its true power. You're missing its primary function. For men, vitamin D is the spark plug for your entire system. It's involved in processes far beyond bone density. It's a key player in hormone regulation, in cardiovascular health, and in the very mechanics of physical energy and performance. It is, quite simply, essential. But here's where things get interesting, and where a critical mistake is made. A mistake I see almost every single day in my practice. A man comes in, his lab work shows he's low in vitamin D. So I tell him, you need to supplement. He goes out, he buys a bottle of vitamin D, and he starts taking it every morning. He swallows a small pill with a glass of water on an empty stomach, feeling good that he's doing something positive for his health. And what I have to tell him, and what I'm telling you now, is that he is essentially wasting 90 cents of every single dollar he just spent on that bottle. Let me say that again. He's throwing almost all of it away. It's like pouring premium fuel on the ground, right next to your car's gas tank, and expecting the engine to run. It's like flushing your hard-earned money and your hopes for better health right down the toilet. This isn't an exaggeration. This is a physiological fact. And understanding this one mistake, this single pitfall, is the difference between seeing no results and unlocking a level of well-being you may have thought was gone for good. So why does this happen? Why is such a common practice so incredibly ineffective? The answer is simple, and it lies in 2 words of basic biology: fat, soluble. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble vitamin. Unlike vitamin C or the B vitamins, which dissolve in water, vitamin D requires fat to be absorbed and utilized by your body. When you take it with only water, it has no vehicle. It has no transport system to get from your digestive tract into your bloodstream, where it can actually do its job. It passes right through your system, unused, unabsorbed, and completely wasted. This is the fundamental reason why so many men take vitamin D for months, even years, and say, "I don't feel any different." It's because their bodies were never actually getting the vitamin in the first place. But once your body can absorb it, its effects on male vitality are profound, and they work primarily through two distinct, powerful pathways. Pathway number 1, it directly supports your body's ability to produce testosterone. Testosterone is the master hormone for male health. It is the architect of your energy levels, your muscle maintenance, your mental drive, and your libido. As men age, a gradual decline in testosterone is natural, but a deficiency in key nutrients, like vitamin D, can cause that gentle slope to become a steep, rapid drop. You see, vitamin D isn't just a vitamin. It functions more like a steroid hormone in the body. It communicates with the cells in your testes, the very factory where testosterone is produced, signaling them to function optimally. When vitamin D levels are low, those signals get weak. The factory slows down production. The result is less energy, difficulty maintaining muscle mass, no matter how active you are, a fog in your brain, and a decline in your drive. By ensuring your body has adequate absorbable vitamin D, you are providing the essential raw material your hormonal system needs to function as it was designed to. Pathway number 2 is just as critical. It helps maintain the health and flexibility of your blood vessels. This is the part that is so often overlooked. Every single function in your body, from thinking clearly to moving your legs to achieving a firm erection, depends on one thing: strong, healthy circulation. Blood flow is everything. Your blood vessels are not just hollow tubes, they are active, dynamic organs. The inner lining of these vessels is a delicate layer of cells called the endothelium. A healthy endothelium is smooth, flexible, and can easily signal the blood vessel to relax and expand, allowing more blood to flow through. An unhealthy endothelium becomes stiff, inflamed, and constricted. Vitamin D plays a crucial role in protecting this lining. It acts as an anti-inflammatory agent, and it supports the production of a miraculous little molecule called nitric oxide. And this is where we have to pause and talk about nitric oxide for a moment. This is a name you should remember. Don't just take my word for any of this. The science is incredibly clear on this topic. Look at the research published in the International Journal of Endocrinology. It wasn't a small study. It was a comprehensive review that analyzed data from numerous trials, and the conclusion was undeniable. There was a significant, direct correlation between a man's vitamin D levels and his total testosterone levels. Men who had sufficient vitamin D consistently and reliably showed significantly higher levels of testosterone compared to men. The evidence isn't just suggestive, it is concrete. The building blocks matter. If this science is starting to make sense to you, if a light bulb is going on, do me a favor and type the word power in the comments below. It helps me know that this information is connecting with you. Now, I know that concepts like endothelial function and nitric oxide can sound complicated, so let's simplify it. Let's use an analogy. Think of your circulatory system like the plumbing in your house. The blood vessels are the pipes. When you're young, those pipes are brand new. They're clean, wide, and water flows through them with incredible pressure. Now, over time, rust and scale can build up inside those pipes. They become narrower, stiffer. The water pressure drops. You turn on the faucet and you get a weak trickle instead of a strong blast. Inflammation and damage to that endothelial lining is the rust in your body's plumbing. Nitric oxide is the plumber who comes in and cleans out that rust. It tells the pipes to open up, to widen, to let the flow through with maximum force. And vitamin D? Vitamin D is like the supervisor at the water company who makes sure the plumber, nitric oxide, has the tools and the budget to do his job every single day. Without the supervisor, the plumber can't work effectively, and the pipes eventually get clogged. And the healthy fat that you take with your vitamin D, that is the delivery truck. Imagine the vitamin is a skilled worker, a master craftsman. The healthy fat is the truck that drives him to the job site, which is your body's cells. If you tell the worker to get to the job site on his own, with no truck, he has to walk. He might get lost. He might get tired. Most of him will never even arrive. But if you give him a dedicated delivery truck, he arrives at the job site fresh, ready to work, with all of his tools. He gets the job done efficiently and effectively. Taking vitamin D without fat is sending your best worker to the job site on foot. It is a recipe for failure. So, how do we do this the right way? How do we ensure that every microgram of this vital nutrient gets delivered and put to work? It's incredibly simple. I call it the Dr. Wells protocol, and it has just 3 easy steps. First is the choose step. When you go to the store or shop online, you want to look for vitamin D3. D3. The scientific name is cholecalciferol. This is the form of vitamin D that your body naturally produces when your skin is exposed to sunlight. It is the most bioavailable and effective form for your body to use. There is another form, vitamin D2, but research consistently shows that D3 is superior at raising and maintaining vitamin D levels in the bloodstream. So, always choose D3. Second is the time step. The best time to take your vitamin D3 is with your largest meal of the day. For most people, that's dinner. There's a good reason for this. Taking it with a substantial meal ensures there is plenty of dietary fat present to act as that delivery truck. Furthermore, much of your body's natural repair and hormone regulation processes happen overnight while you sleep. Taking it in the evening allows your body to absorb and process this key nutrient during that crucial recovery window. And third, the most important step of all is the pair step. You absolutely must take your vitamin D3 supplement with a source of healthy fat. This is non-negotiable, and thankfully, it's incredibly easy to do. What counts as a healthy fat? The options are plentiful. It could be a small handful of walnuts, almonds, or pecans. It could be half an avocado sliced up on your salad. It could be a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil drizzled over your vegetables. It could be a serving of fatty fish like salmon or mackerel. Even the natural fats in a couple of eggs will do the job perfectly. The key is not to eat a high-fat meal, but simply to ensure some healthy fat is present to facilitate absorption. Now, a quick word on dosage. This is important. I cannot give you specific medical advice here. The right amount of vitamin D can vary based on your current levels, your geography, your skin tone, and your diet. It is always best to ask your doctor for a simple blood test to find out your exact level. However, for many men over 50 who are not getting regular direct sun exposure, a daily dose of between 2,000 and 5,000 international units, or IUs, is a very common and safe starting point to discuss with your healthcare provider. Were you surprised to learn you might have been taking vitamin D the wrong way for years? If this was a new piece of information for you, let me know by commenting the word "learned" below. It's always fascinating to see how many people have this aha moment. Now let's bring this all back to a real person. Let's talk about Frank. Remember Frank, the 68-year-old grandfather who felt his strength, his vitality, was gone for good. The first thing we did was run his lab work, and it was no surprise his vitamin D levels were critically low. So we put him on this exact protocol. This was the exact change he made. He got a simple, inexpensive bottle of vitamin D3. We're talking less than $15 for a supply that lasts for months. And he started taking one soft gel every single night with his dinner. That was it. No complicated routines, no expensive equipment, just one small pill with his meal. But he also discovered a powerful synergy. Synergy is when 1 + 1 = 3. He started combining this new habit with one other small change, a simple 15-minute walk every morning, just to get some natural sunlight on his skin. And the combination of these two things, the internal support from the correctly absorbed vitamin and the external signal from the morning light and movement, that is what created the change. That synergy is what helped him feel like himself again. He told me about 6 weeks later that it was like a fog had lifted, not just in his head, but in his whole body. He felt stronger. He had more energy to play with his grandkids. And he said with a smile that his mornings were starting to feel familiar again. It was never about one magic pill. It was about giving his body the right tools in the right way so it could finally do the job it always knew how to do. It's about understanding that your body isn't a machine with broken parts. It's more like a garden that has been neglected. It doesn't need a new engine. It just needs the right soil, the right water, and the right sunlight. When you provide those things, it knows how to bloom all on its own. All right, let's bring it all home. To quickly bring everything together, we've learned that fading morning vitality is not just a sign of age, but a key signal from your body, a call for help. We've uncovered that vitamin D is a foundational, non-negotiable nutrient for male strength and hormone balance. And most importantly, we have learned the secret that the key to unlocking its power is simply taking it with a source of healthy fat to ensure your body can actually absorb it. But listen to me, knowledge without action is just entertainment. I don't want you to just be entertained. I want you to see a real change. So here is your simple 3-step action plan for this week, not next month. This week. First, get it. On your very next trip to the pharmacy or grocery store, pick up a bottle of vitamin D3. Put it on your list right now. Second, place it. As soon as you get home, take that bottle and put it right next to your dinner plate or wherever you eat your evening meal. Make it impossible to forget. And third, pair it. For the next 7 days, your only job is to add one source of healthy fat to your dinner every single night. A handful of nuts, a slice of avocado, a drizzle of olive oil. That is it. That is your mission. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Dr. Wells, is it really that simple? Or maybe, I'm too old for this to really make a difference for me. And the answer is yes, it is that simple. And you are never too old. Remember, this isn't about becoming a 20-year-old bodybuilder overnight. This is about providing the basic, fundamental maintenance your body has been begging you for. It is about giving the engine the right fuel after years of running on fumes. It is never, ever too late to do that. Trust the process, this small action, this single pill you take tonight. It isn't just about taking a vitamin. It is about taking a stand for your independence. It's about ensuring you have the strength and the stamina to travel, to play with your grandkids on the floor and be able to get back up easily, to live your life on your own terms, never ever feeling like you are a burden to the people you love. That is what this is truly about. So if you are ready to take that stand with me, if you're committed to making this one small change for your future self, I want to invite you to join our community of men who are taking control of their health. Hit that subscribe button right now so you don't miss our future guides. And more importantly, go down to the comments section right now and write 2 simple words. Day 1. This is your public commitment to yourself and to all the other men here, starting this journey with you. Let's support each other. Thank you so much for investing your valuable time with me today. In my very next video, we'll discuss the single best food you can eat in the morning to protect your heart. And I promise, it's probably not what you think. Until then, remember, your best years are not behind you. They are waiting for you to reclaim them.